Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of the 2022 Winter Series. It's a pleasure to be here. You can see down at the there it is. Down at the bottom, you can see I'm Gamble. I'm joined here by trans icon Blahaj. Pleasure to have them on the cast. Hopefully, they'll be able to say something for us. Blahaj, any words to the people? A man of few. A person of few. Regardless of all of that, we'll be getting into the games pretty soon. They're going through map picks. They're trying to figure out if you're going to be defender side or attacker side to kick things off. You know, the little bits and bytes that really do decide which way we're going to go with everything in a map. You really start to feel things out if you just get the get that right lead. You get that right pick in any way, shape, or form. You can take your opponent's map pick into something that feels just so much better for you. Over on our side, we're going to have 2 teams playing in just a moment. I don't actually know which teams are going to be on this broadcast. I'll find that as we go through. But while I've got you here, I want to give a quick shout-outs to the little sponsors down at the bottom. We have TELUS, we have UBC Esports, SFU Esports, and Kinton Ramen. Quick little read from TELUS, if I can give that to you. TELUS Esports Series 2 is back, and this time with fan favorite Apex Legends. Now, the great thing about this Apex Legends tournament that's coming along is they will have a beginner, an advanced, and an expert, kind of a 3-tier, free-to-enter bracket for you to be able to go into. You can enter as a single player, you can enter as a team of 3, but so long as you fit into their qualifications of the skill level, you can slide into those brackets for free. But if you think you are the Apex Predator, if you think you are a true legend, there is a paid tournament bracket that you're able to enter. It's open skills, so you can be the most garbage of the garbage aimers that exist, okay? Or you can be someone good. Probably, maybe the Shark, quite honestly, beats me. Regardless, no matter what you are, you can enter the open skills bracket and compete to be the top dog at this TELUS event. On top of that, we will also be quickly talking about Kinton Ramen. Been there a few times, never been disappointed. Kinton Ramen, hey, they want to wish you a happy new year and all of that beautiful stuff. And if you head their way, they're a perfect dish to get this winter. It's a little cold. I'm not having a good time walking around. My jacket's on the back of my chair right now, but I've been bundled up in a winter jacket and a good pair of jeans, 3 extra pairs of underwear for the last 4 weeks. I'm not looking to be cold, but what I am looking for is a nice bowl of hot ramen, some nice rich broth. Oh, I need that. Oh, hello. Normally don't have one of these. Borrow my girlfriend's headset. She's too kind. No, like, you're in for a good bowl. You're in for a good time. Go in there with friends. Go in there on your own. They don't judge out loud. I think they might judge out loud. Not loudly. They'll do it in, like, the back. They'll hide it away from you. Don't worry. They won't judge you too much. But if you go there on your own, you're going to have a good time regardless. Kinton's got a good bowl for you. They're ready with a rich broth. And you'll have a great time no matter what. And then finally, though they're not listed down at the bottom, I am going to give a quick shout out to Red Bull, who will be stopping my heart today, because I have had 4.5 hours of sleep, and if I don't kill myself off of these Red Bulls, nothing will. Quite honestly, they have gotten me through so many different tournaments, be it athletics, esports. I can't say I've done a chess tournament or like a card game tournament off a Red Bull, but hey, you know what? Doesn't matter. Big thank you to Red Bull for being a long-term supporter of UBC Esports, but we're going into the game of BTS and Decay, love that name, against SFU Black. Teams locked in. We have an Omen each side, a Jet each side, a KJ each side, a KO each side, and a Sova each side. We're going to be getting a mirror matchup through and through. You will be able to look across at your opponent and just shout skill diff as loud as you want. Quite honestly, I'm a big fan of the comps that we have going on right now. KO, a very important piece to shutting down, or starting up, I guess in a sense, attacks against a Killjoy defended site, being able to scout that out and just take away the util for those 8 seconds. Omen does actually, if you hit the KO knife and your Omen is quick to react, It's an easy execute on A in terms of the timing of the smokes, you know, being able to drag them out to their position. So it should be really smooth hits if you're able to land that, but you should see the KJ, as you see right now, playing deep on B. So it shouldn't be very easy for them to be able to get rid of her, but it's going to be a push towards A. It's an immediate toss into that little cubby in A main, and they'll be able to find the KO and the Omen, which gives away a good bit of what this setup is, and now the Jet is revealed. Recognition of a little bit of a default here, and that's why they've cautiously pushed out of tree into, why can't I say it? Into mid cubby. Slow work up here. They've noticed that the Killjoy turret is locked and loaded. They are able to get rid of that. And KJ, they're rocking 2 mollies. They're not going with the alarm bot. And that's going to, oddly enough, potentially be the threat that we're seeing cause a little bit of worry here on the side of BTS and Decay. Akiboy hiding in the corner here, hoping to catch someone lurking up mid, but it's a very defensive hold from UBC Black. No willingness to move quite yet. Orb gonna be touched. That's gonna give away so much. That's gonna give away the entire game. The arrow is offline, and Pearson is gonna be, no, Hammer's gonna be the first line of defense. Pearson not able to get one. Lucas will drop Yams. Pearson goes down to Decay, and it's a 2 versus 5. A phenomenal defensive position was being held by UBC Black, but BTS and Decay are going to try and take on the Sentry Fragger, and IDK will be able to get one. iNoob looking to get another. Will find one, gets a little bit of damage onto Decay, but he'll hang on, as it'll be a 1-0 lead for BTS and Decay as they find that first attacking round here on Ascent. Now you'll hear it from a lot of casters, you'll hear it from a lot of players. Hey, Ascent is attacker favored. Hey, it's defender favored. Hey, I don't know. I'll tell you what the answer is. It's gun favored. This is a beautiful map. If you like Cash and CSGO, my God, are you gonna love this. Absolutely horrendous to be able to just hold mid. You can't do that for free. You have to commit. You have to take a risk to be able to get any control over that on both sides. You can play it safe, but if you miss one shot, boom, you're out of that picture. When you're attacking the site, you have safe spots to be able to hold, but you know, you sit too far back on A, and the moment they push up, they're gonna be able to get you for free. They know you're hiding behind Jenny. They know you're sitting in hell. They know you've left the site. B, it's the exact same, but it's those risky ways that you have to be able to get in there. A only has 2 real points of attack, because when you go up mid, you're rarely gonna go like mid into pizza. We have a pause, actually, I just realized. We might have just gotten the R to go back in. We did. You know, but it's tough to be able to just take mid control as the attack. It's easy, in a weird way, to seed mid control as the defense. And you have different little ways to be able to break things open, but the attack is going to be sprinting their way in. It's the same defensive setup, but it's actually a little bit deeper from Pearson as they are going to quickly rotate over. It's the dash onto site by Fluky as they'll look to control this space. Omen sitting in the corner, Hammer off of the tap of the door. They're going to be able to get one. Decay goes down. It's a good spot. It's a 1 for 2 right now. The defense is working their way back on. The swarm grenade gonna go through. That's unfortunately gonna be Akiboy taking out Pearson. Sitting in the back with this Guardian. My goodness, what's that Judge? Ooh, right click, almost costly for Yams. Yams gonna be the last man standing, trying to tap it away, but he can't get it done. Akiboy, good for 2 on the round with the Guardian. And BTS and Decay, good for 2 in a row here on Ascent.
They're sinking so hard, I can smell their circuits frying.
Kills spread fairly evenly across the top 3 on each team. The bottom end trying to do what they can. It's a little hard to tell in the first 2 rounds who's really going to be able to step up. Fluky maybe going to be sitting on those sheriffs, which could end up still taking lives. But on the opposite side for UBC Black, you see rifles across the board. They're ready to hold a little bit differently. A lot of stomping coming up, a couple Guardian shots, and you're gonna see him back off. Big play with the Sova ult to be able to try and clear people out. Just continuing to this advancing line, and what a great execute here from the offense of BTS and Decay. IDK and Hammer gonna look to be able to get something done. Fluky not wanting to do anything too crazy, wants to barely see ahead and be able to take someone down. Fluky gets tagged. Oh no, didn't get tagged. It was missed. Yams will take down maybe. Fluky takes out IDK. I knew there's people falling left and right. I can't keep up with it, but it's just the silver remaining. Shoots that dart a little bit early, kind of gives away the game. Hits him with that one, tries to spray him down, but Pearson, good for 3 on the round, will take down Lucas, the final member of BTS and Decay. But BTS and Decay has done enough damage. Only 3 members remain. Armor taken off 2 of them. They won't be able to fully invest into this next round. Ah, come on, break out the Stinger. Come on. It's a better gun than the Spectre. Let's be real. They're on defense. Nah, but anyways, Spectre gonna be taken up by Yams. That could end up being a weak point. We know where they've been sitting for the most part, and it looks like they might do it again. However, this assault towards mid and B could end up being costly. Big arrow, that's going to reveal a lot of presence. That's going to maybe give away a little bit of the offense's game. That's why you see Pearson getting just a tad bit more aggro, trying to find some sort of information. Pearson actually going to sewer themselves, forced to use their dash early. There's the flash. It got him. He's standing blind. But no, Pearson, good for 1. Fluky will take him out in return. Now Fluky, good for 2 on the round as Aki Boy picks 1 up on the back end. The 2 A players going to roam over, and it's just going to be down to Hemmer. Hemmer doesn't know Lucas is there, but if they just play this slow, they can walk away with 1 and call it a good day. Shouldn't be a full assault here. Slow clear. Patience being displayed right now. Hemmer giving away a lot of audio. And it's just going to be a save of the gun. Now they do know that he retreated, unfortunately, because of the mid player. Lucas trying to scout him out. Will recognize that he's not there. Checks out the corner. Can't quite find him. And they know that if they're going to find him, they're going to have to run around. Maybe might actually toss himself away here. Oh, gets caught by Hemmer. Quick headshot. They're going to hear some noise coming from the right, but it's not really going to threaten anything. It's a round win in the pocket of BTS and Decay. This offense is rolling. But can it be slowed just a little? The damage done to the economy won't be enough. If they do lose this next round, which is looking very unlikely with the buyouts, it will end up being at least a little bit costly for them. You know, they'll be a shade out of being able to invest. Fluky does look to be posturing to use knives this round. It's another time out of sorts. I don't know if it is a gear issue, a little mouse issue, audio, anything like that, or if it is attack timeout. The beautiful TELUS logo down there at the bottom, now switching over to the Kinton, is just ever so slightly blocking their messages. Does seem like another message was set, but it might have just been a confirmation or a question of sorts from our team. But if we're looking at this match right now, you should be seeing BTS and Decay going up 4-1. They are posturing to a site that is going to be poorly guarded, to say the least. Simply just won't have the firepower to be able to deal with what they want to deal with.
Get out of my way!
Inoob gonna be scouted out. Worried about what's going on here on the tight corner.
Take flight.
There's one smoke, gonna be able to clear out. Oh, taken out immediately. Hold on. That drone didn't see very much. This is gonna be dangerous. Oh no, they're giving up Pearson. They can't really charge onto him because they do know that there's other members guarding the body of this player, but he's stuck in the corner. The smoke separates him from the crowd. And the herd's weakest link will get taken down for the moment. Well, weakest in the moment. Shots trying to go through, can't get anything done. IDK not good for 1, and neither is Hemmer. As a flawless round goes through for BTS and Decay, as UBC Black is slowly falling further and further out of this game. Well, you guys can see what's going on down at the bottom there. having further tech issues by the looks of things. Hopefully you're going to be able to work through that in just a moment. Legit asking for people to raise their hands so we can identify all of those, but it looks like we're going to be okay. We're going to go into this 6th round cleanly. Early scouts going to be able to show off where the KJ and the Omen are playing, and that is a big shot from Pearson. Getting the early frag, giving that team a little bit of a defensive lead, but Pearson gonna be flushed out. No, Fluky can't get to him. That blind gonna be a little bit problematic, but Pearson just pushed off of the angle, and there's control here in mid to an extent, and there's a little bit of control here in B main. This round is practically over, only 35 seconds in, but there's time to get something done. Whether it'll be a round win or just a little bit of damage on the board, hard to say. Lucas finds themselves a timing. They're actually going to be able to get around this. They're going to swing hard. Lucas finds himself yams, and is going to be able to work. More power into this mid position. Teleported onto A for just a split second, and maybe we'll find Pearson, leaving iNoob stranded here in the back. Trying to get the shots. Lucas, good for one. The misdirection is clean. Maybe we'll find iNoob. And in this 2 versus 5. Sorry, 2 versus 5? I think it was 2 versus 5. It comes down to a 1 versus 1. Hammer is nowhere where he is. He blinds wrong. Does he swing out? He does. He's going to get tapped in the temple. And maybe is good for 3 as he pushes his team to a 5-1 lead. Unbelievable stuff from BTS and Decay. The misdirection on each and every one of these plays was absolutely flawless. Using that little ult over to A to be able to bait the rotates from B. Nobody hearing the teleport back. Taking out Pearson for free and pulling the entire 2v5 clutch. UBC Black can't be letting rounds like that slip away. And I think this was a tactical pause. It has to be. After a round like that, you really need to be able to talk to your crew and try and sort things out. You can't get pulled around like that. It's tech pause? Unlucky. This one, however, is a tech pause, so they won't be talking about anything quite yet, as we're still working through a couple mouse issues. Players were here pretty early, so they had time to be able to go into death matches and feel out their sense and make sure everything's good, but unfortunately, things starting to crop up mid-game. It happens. It's tough to feel comfortable at these LANs. Just in general, not a UBC one, just LANs in general. It's not your home, you know? You don't have the heater on to the exact temperature you want. You don't have the AC if that's what you're looking for. Definitely put you out. Sure. 1-2, 1-2. Do I want this?
I mean, like, if you want this.
Oh, I could, but wouldn't that be an issue for like? Oh, okay. I can do both in a sec. Just give me this round. Looks like we're gonna have an execute on towards B. You just sit here. Thank you. Drone isn't going to spot anything, but the lack of information is a lot of information. That's gonna be the smoke coming through to get rid of any presence that this Silva can have as the shots go through and a little bit of damage goes on to Fluky. A lot of bit of damage goes on to Fluky as the spike goes down. 2 are gonna be suppressed, and that's gonna let Yams know that maybe he should take a little bit of a wider peek, but he isn't going to, and the retreat from Aki Boy straight into the corner is gonna be just fine.
Nowhere to run!
Silva gonna look for a little bit of damage there with the Hunter's Fury. Knows that he's not gonna be able to do too much with it on the post plant outside of that, but Decay takes down iNoob. Great dart from Lucas to take down Yams, and Aki Boy will drop Hammer as it's a 4-man survival there from the offense as they are putting on a clinic here against UBC Black. As we dip on into this 8th round, we'd see a full buy coming out from the UBC Black squad. They've got money to spare, they've got cash to burn, but they don't have many rounds left to give. Best case scenario right now, they walk away with a 6-6 split. But that's going to take a lot of luck, a lot of work, and that early flash, it's not going to be early presence. but it does allow for a little bit of a crossfire setup. Pearson gonna be in a deadly position, gonna kind of be caught out here. Big swing out, gets one, gets two, puts damage down on a third, but he's not gonna be able to get that done. Maybe looking to press forward, but won't actually commit to it quite yet. They do have a lot of damage sitting on their Sova. Maybe about, I don't know, like 30 odd health left. I think it's 30. Looks like Vandal damage to me. 21. You know what? Hey, body shots. Little bit of pen.
Turret out.
KJ gonna drop the turret there. Allow that to watch the main entrance as they look over to tree. Sova left on the backside of B. A little bit of a scary position there for them, but they will slowly swing themselves out to be able to control a little bit more space as they swing back and forth, peeking between those two angles. The shift is there. A spray through with the Phantom. Doesn't realize that it's all three, and he swings into an ugly family photo.
30 seconds
Probably
left.
wish he put a bag on the head of that one. Hunter's Fury gonna try and get some tags, gets one. Will look for a second, but won't be able to get it. Damage is down on Lucas if they can even peek him just a little, but they flush him out. That should be enough just to slow things down. Oh, Escape's getting pinged.
10
Decay
seconds left.
will be able to guard this. Oh no! Oh no! A team kill with the Molly is going to cause Decay to slowly remove his teammate off the plant. An unfortunate position to walk into, but it does mean a little bit of a boost here for UBC Black, as they'll get their second round of the map onto the board and give themselves a little bit of an economy ejection to keep things moving forward. Now, thankfully, they do have Pearson with the knives. IDK will be able to be bought by one of their teammates, and another round here could swing them into a dominant position, as it shouldn't force out a save. It won't force out a save. Never mind, they'll still be struggling in terms of trying to find a bit of a gun lead for themselves. But with this ultimate economy, they could be able to take the next round, and if they keep at least, I'm gonna say, two of them up, it should be a nice quick swing into a not just third but fourth round. If they can find the first one, Pearson gonna get lit up, puts a little bit of damage onto Fluky, and they're gonna be able to back out in time. Dart comes out, doesn't sit on the roof, and it's shot out immediately. Fluky, dash online, looking there to the mid, looking to mark it. Yams, not gonna be spotted, is not gonna be tapped out there by the 0 point. KJ ult goes off as they're looking for this execute. Decay trying to put down some damage, but actually gets tagged back themselves. The charge should slow things down. A quick spray through. Fluky gets tagged for one. No one willing to push through, but they don't know that, and Fluky's cleared it all. Fluky has complete control of the B site for BTS and Decay. Noob, looking for any sort of angle here, takes down Fluky on the wall bang. Good track there for the moment that they saw them. As Yams gets a reload in, gets himself back up. IDK will find Decay. Hammer gets Aki through the smoke, but maybe he's able to find one, but they do figure out where he is. Luke is good for two quickly, but IDK able to finish him there off with the classic. Maybe. He's pinned now, unless they hear the teleport. Oh no! Noob, standing far enough back, will be able to dodge that last.
Thanks.
Well, doesn't really dodge it, but is able to keep his vision for a little bit longer. Finds the round for their team. And BTS and Decay gives up an ult in that position. They gave up that KJ ult in such a smart play, but it just didn't work out for them. It's going to be costly, as now they'll just be sitting on the Sova ult and the Omen. And on the other side, well, you've got Pearson's ult, which is nice. It gives them a little bit of extra protection when it comes to using this gun that they've got in their hands, using that operator. On the other side, you've got Hammer with theirs and IDK with their own as well. Really, you're only going to be looking at IDK in terms of actually being able to use their ult in such a way that truly defends something. Hammer is going to be a little bit reactive, maybe for a quick rotate kind of idea. Pearson looking to get aggro. Will slowly work their way up, trying to get this corner position, and will have it for themselves, because there's a small push towards mid. Looks like this should be a split of mid to B, but they're not really pushing one way or the other. They're kind of hedging their bets for the moment. That's going to give up a little bit of noise mid, but breaking it so early into the round is going to be a cause for concern later on if they can slow this one down, keep things... Oh no! He lets go of the scope! He's walking the whole way! He gives it up, and that's going to be costly. Down goes the gun. It should be a free pickup here, and now they're all going to get in for free. Oh, Hammer, he didn't need to swing out, but he does. He'll be able to get one, swings out for another, takes him through the wall, good for two, but it's going to be a 3-on-2. No, it's going to be, or sorry, it is going to be a 3-on-2. I meant to say it was going to be a 3-on-3, but now it's a 3-on-1. It's all falling apart.
30 seconds left.
As it will come down to just one, just the Killjoy to walk up in. And what does Aki Boy have? Operator on the ground. They know that they need to work their way through. The sentry frag are going to be able to try and get a little bit of damage down. It won't amount to a whole lot of anything. They only have 11 seconds here. It should just be a hard hold. It should just be a stick. Tries to swing out, doesn't get even one. As iNoob, the one that they'd even lined up to fight, takes him down for free.
Act on my intel. Don't give them time to reposition.
3 bodies lost there on the side of 2 bodies lost there on the side of UBC Black, but hold on. Hold on. We've got a tactical timeout here from the attackers, and you know what? I don't mind it. 2 rounds remaining. You got to make something happen here. You can give yourself a lead, and right now, or give yourself a lead going into the second half, and right now you're watching your current lead slip away. All I see is Red Bull. I just see Red Bull in the chat. Do they want one? I've got like a pallet here. What are you talking about, though, if you're the attackers? You've been executing fairly well. Quite honestly, you were in a great position going into that attack on A. The real issue kind of became just the fact that Hammer was good for 2. He was good for 2. There was a bit of a weak commitment on clearing him out of wine fully. Like, it could have just been one man stands up there, someone tosses a shock dart, then you swing in kind of thing. Like, that's the 90 damage. You break armor. Insta, so they're sitting on 60 health, right? That's just 2 bullets. I hit 2 bullets. Sometimes I hit 2 bullets. Sometimes I miss. But honestly, there was a little bit too much excitement when they were able to drop Pearson, take that off of the table, and it ended up costing them what could have been effectively a free round. Aki Boy gonna be blinded, but not a lot of information given up in that scenario. As the dart doesn't reveal a darn thing. 3 members stacked up to the one side, 2 to the other. Here's gonna look for a shot, finds one on Lucas. And that gets rid of a little bit of the initiating power, but they still have KO to work off of. They just can't get that perfect information. They can't get that true information. They can only just kind of clear out an area now. Aki Boy is going to get tagged by the drone. No damage goes down, though, from that Odin. Flash off the wall. You're trying to make use of those changes for the KO flash, but it doesn't matter. iNoob good for 1. IDK good for 2. IDK going to get themselves on the smoke, and maybe can do something here. Bomb in hand. Room to work with. What can they get done? Ooh. First tick of damage onto maybe, that's the first tick of damage. Because the noise turret pulled. Oh. Only 6 bullets sitting in the chamber. One gonna be used. Easy spray down from iNoob. Maybe drops. UBC Black will be at 5, and they have come all the way back here. They were down 6-1. They've taken 4 rounds straight. They could walk out of this one with an even half. Looking at the gun difference, though, there isn't really much of one, if any of one. The only real issue you're going to run into is Aki Boy sitting there on that Guardian, but they've shown some amazing proficiency with that gun so far. Been quite deadly with it, picking up, I believe they had a double in one round, and maybe a double in another, actually, with the Guardian. I think they did, actually. Rounds 2 and 3. Obviously, round 2, a little bit of a cheap one to get a double, because it's like, okay, the other team has pistols. Good job. I hope you got that one. but pick him up in the third, up against other rifles. It's an impressive showing right now with that gun. Looking to play a long default. That's going to be Pearson getting flushed off of the angle by that drone. And they're just going to keep on backing up. Fluky, unwilling to press forward right now. No util, delays the push for 8 seconds, and no one is even standing there in mid. No one's going to be able to make use of that smoke. It's going to dissipate in the next 13 seconds. And the game's going to be up. Looking at the ultimates, they do have that Sova ult. We saw in that third round a beautiful execute come out from that Sova ultimate as it slowly cleared across the site. Here come the Omen smokes. There's one. Fluky flushes Pearson out. Yam's not going to be able to be good for anything, but Hammer, good for 3 quick ones. iNoob finds one, and it is
30 seconds left.
already over before the execute even begins, as it's just Akiboy here now with the Guardian. Blinded does get the shot off. Bold stance from them to be able to keep it together.
Turret out. I got the spike.
We'll have to
10
just
seconds
run
left.
outside of this area and sprint right back in, but there's genuinely no way they can get this done. They're playing for KDA at this point. Akiboy looking to just prove that he could have gotten the kill and takes down Pearson out of the air. My goodness. Goes for the other one, but hey, can't quite get the head
Switching
tap.
sides.
IDK finds him in the leg, finds him in the body, doesn't matter. Finds him in the Alps, takes him out. That'll be a 6-6 half to end, well, the first half of this series. It is a massive back and forth match. You thought it was going to be something spectacular early on when you saw a 6-1 lead. It could have been an absolute sweep, but instead we're seeing something else in a different spectacular fashion as UBC Black has run it all the way back and really made a fight of it. Now here on the attacking half, they'll have to show that they're just one round better than what BTS and Decay could put forward. Harsh defensive stack over towards the A site. Gonna be an aggressive execute the one way. Not gonna be able to slow them down whatsoever. Smoke comes through. And they're gonna be blinded just for a moment. Gets one. Fluky goes down in return.
Spike down A.
And the offense is good for 2 early on. Yams, I know what you were trying to do, but I'm sad to have seen that. The Decay of BTS and Decay
Spike
gonna try
planted.
and get things done as they move out towards tree. So they'll try and break down this door, create themselves a little bit of an opportunity as the smoke goes through. And now it's even gonna be a little bit of a challenge to push into the smoke. They don't know if anyone immediately went in there after the door broke. Pearson, Yams, oh my goodness, all of them gonna be suppressed right there. There's the tiny little flash, goes just over the corner, gonna look for anything. Akiboy drops down, gets one. Hammer gonna be good for one, but no. It doesn't matter. I need to drink something. Pardon me. Yams is gonna be good for 3 on the round, is able to stop what could have been an amazing little assault there at the end, but it doesn't get through, and UBC Black finds the first defensive round. Should have bought some Halls. Little cough drop action. Going to the second round of this half, it's going to be a slow one here on the attack. They want to see if they can get someone moving. Pearson sitting on that Marshall, hoping someone peeks out. Not going to be given, as there'll now be a slow assault up here through mid. Time being taken by both sides. No one wants to give anything right now. You can't afford to give much of anything right now. Yams in a power position, though. This is going to be pivotal. Do they clear? They clear! Gets the reload off. Looks for it. Tries to re-aggress. Not going to happen. IDK good for 2 as they take down Decay and Lucas. Yams good for the 1. And now it's just on the flank for Tree here. Might be able to get one here. Could be able to tap him right in the side of the head. He's going to be able to walk all the way up and just blows out the side with the shotgun, but Pearson will drop Aki Boy, and they'll be able to walk away with a good number of guns going into this third round for the attack of UBC Black. BTS and Decay, though, going to be able to get some guns in their hands, some rifles to rifle around the map and really see if they can figure things out. This defense should be a little bit stronger. It's a full buy, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be able to put it together, as there is some hefty power sitting on the side of the attack. Now, part of this round should be getting Pearson some ult orbs to make sure that they're going to be able to have their ult for the next round, but it's going to be a 2-for-2 trade out the gate. It's going to be,
remaining.
oh my goodness. It's going to be a 4-for-3 trade. Aki Boy, he's got enough health left to pull the trigger, but not much after that. IDK is going to be on their own. It looks like they bonused their armor from last round. They'll hear their own turret, but whoa, hold on. You just heard the shutdown noise. That should have been audio, but it's bait. It's just bait. It's one getting picked up. It's two mollies getting plucked.
Alarm bot out.
Alarm bot getting used, and this is gonna slow right down. IDK gonna wait out the next 15 seconds. Might accidentally cause a rotate. No, they're still pushing. They're still clearing. It's greedy from IDK, but it's not gonna cost them yet. It seems to be a push towards mid.
30 seconds left.
They should hear the most important audio of their life right now. They do hear it, maybe. He's gonna be seen. He's able to spray him down, but he's not waiting for Aki Boy. He gets a little too aggressive and tries to just sprint himself over to A, not expecting Bulk to be deep in mid. But there does kind of raise a question at that point of where did you think Aki Boy was standing? Given the damage that was done to him, the quick response of the mollies, and the fact that the bot had turned off and turned back on so quickly, you can't assume that they're on site. You have to assume they're towards A. Like, just logically, you have to. That's just the spatial reasoning of it all. It's unfortunate that that information, there's so much that they had to process in such a short period of time, couldn't have been kept in their minds. Pearson gonna get lit up, does manage to close the door, has the Spectre in hand, and the plant will go down. Yams drop it into that default gen position. And unfortunately doesn't pop their ult in time to be able to shut down the KJ ult. One goes down, they know that they're double guarding it, and it's just gonna be a push away. Only 2 seconds remain, they're gonna fade themselves into the corner. And Aki Boy doesn't seem to have the molly lineup to be able to toss into that corner. Would have been nice to have in that moment, but Lucas, good to take down IDK. They're already on the bomb. They're potentially still holding, they don't know, but the spray is gonna go through as they find two, and it now all falls down to Aki Boy, the player who created this situation for their team off the ult, but it's not gonna matter. The shock dart is good, and a little bit of a spray puts him down, as UBC Black will copy exactly so far the lead that BTS and Decay gave for themselves there in the first half. Is going to cause some problems here on the defense, as they will be up against a full buy from the offense, minus Pearson having a gun. Now, Yams does have the cash to splash, and they're welcome to toss that over to him, but there's also an argument that, hey, you know, you just get him one orb, you get him the second orb, and what was that shrouded step? Oh, well, hey, you know what? You had a look. Pearson does end up getting bought. Fluky gonna sprint their way across mid. Holds the dash, doesn't commit anything, doesn't realize that someone's gonna be just behind them. But Yams also doesn't realize that there's gonna be two more behind them. Oh no, maybe. Oh no, he clears it and looks away. IDK gets a freebie. And it's looking to be 4 rounds on the half here from UBC Black, as the 3 members of BTS and Decay, one of them being Decay, trying to get it done here on this retake. IDK will drop Aki Boy. putting him in a little bit of a rough position. But oh, hello, Decay. There's a reason why they picked you up.
Standing.
Can you save this? Gets another. Decay putting some damage on the board, making sure that nothing goes right here. Should try to die to the turret. Good choice. Not sure they meant to. They did kind of try and flick over to it at the end. But dies to the turret. Makes sure that they get that ult orb. You know, gives them that little bit of extra presence. IDK was already at full ult, so it doesn't matter on that end. You're better off getting yourself that one step closer. 10-7 is going to start causing a little bit of panic on the BTS and Decay side. This is potentially their second to last bye if they lose this round, as they'll be forced into either a very aggressive bye in the 11th hour in the 11th round, or they'll be in the true 11th hour, the 12th round, and be forced into just a scary situation where they have to win another 5 straight. But that's 2 big ones from Pearson, and he's already putting the fear into the side of BTS and Decay. What looked like such a clear map for them to take in those first 7 rounds, and they had that beautiful 6-1 lead, has all but faded away in its entirety. That's not how you say that. Fluky good for one. Hammer takes him out on the side, but Fluky good for another. They're going big on this round.
3.
They'll find one more. They'll get 3 and unfortunately be detained. Not much of a decision to be made in that position, but UBC Black have found themselves in a powerful spot. Bit of a choice being made here by BTS and Decay on the defensive side. It's a tough call, but if they can get a little bit of damage down, they might just be able to hold this one through. Pardon me. Deep defaults from the defense. Hammer gonna get spotted out, doesn't immediately sprint forward. They don't know what's gonna be on the other side. UBC Black, they know that they're playing against a cornered dog right now, and they don't want to poke it too much. They don't want it to bite back. Trying to lull it into a bit of a sense of security, but that drone is gonna keep them on edge. Pearson gets themselves out a little bit, almost gets tagged up again by the Hunter's Fury. And Aki Boy playing this close crossfire and a little off from their partner. It's gonna be big, but look at the position from Pearson. He's got room to work. Step by step. There goes the turret. Smoke comes through, trying to slow things down, trying to create a problem. Hunter's Fury gonna flush people off of the angle. Spectre, it's good for one, as it'll take down Hammer. But Hammer's job is effectively done. He's tossed his smokes. He's got his team onto the site. Lucas is good for one. But Pearson and iNoob also go big and get some themselves. Decay playing one side. Lucas playing Speedway still tries for the jump. Can't quite get it. Pearson good for 3 on the round. And UBC Black is at match point. This could be it. After having, again, I can't stress this enough, a 6-1 lead in the 7th round, they have a grand total of 7 round wins in this entire match. And they're going to need to find another 5 to be able to even push this to overtime. Forget winning, we're still just looking to tie. It's an ugly position too. The defense is broke. It's a hard push. The flash is bad, but it's not going to cost him. Decay doesn't drop quite yet. Fluky looking to hold things back. And the 5 members of UBC Black, they're thinking about it. Pearson wants to get big, looks for it, sees the head. But he won't be able to click. He can't quite catch him. He doesn't find anything, goes for the spray through the green box, but it doesn't tap him either. And things slow to a crawl. A little over a minute left on the board. A smoke comes through, and you can see the shift that has happened. Everything is hedging off the back of Aki Boy right now. It is a pivotal position. But that ult saw nothing. It didn't give away a damn thing. It actually might have fed unbelievable amounts of misinformation. One smoke in, they're going to be able to hear that. The members of CT will be able to catch that information. There's the other smoke that could call the rotates. That should call the rotates. Decay knows exactly what's happening.
Left.
Yams will drop Fluky as he'll push back onto A and pull things back around. A mere 20 seconds left. The spike needs to go down soon. The commit is coming through. Hammer drops maybe. And Pearson knows that they're in a power position right now. Gets a spray and will find Decay. 10 seconds before the round ends, the plant goes down. And it all falls down to Aki Boy and Lucas. And now it's all on Lucas. They don't know where he is. They spray the box. Should be spotted out. Lucas drops. Pearson takes him. And UBC Black finds game 1 here on Ascent. Oh, okay. Real talk. If anyone wants me to give them $10, they can keep the change and they get me hauls, I would be so happy right now. Like honey lemon, anyone? No? Okay. Big game there from the side of UBC Black. Pearson and Hemmer stepping up on the scoreboard, but when it comes to, coaching that team through it, leading, shot calling, and pushing this team forward, I'm sure it was a team effort through and through. It's a tough way to go down. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Ignore the microphones. Pay attention to the blahage. But hey, what a set. What a great way to kick things off here on Ascent. We are starting strong between these two teams. Whether or not we're going to see BTS and Decay be able to come back from this one, be able to work their way through on what I believe should be their map pick. If anyone wants to give me a thumbs up on that one. Was Ascent UBC's or was it... Wait, it's just a best of one? And with that, BTS and Decay move into the losers bracket. Shows what I know. But they'll drop down. Unfortunate for them. They did put on just such an immaculate performance there on the attacking half of Ascent, but couldn't quite piece it together. Definitely between those two teams, a little bit more offensive favor. But I do want to also say that, hey, when they had guns, also kind of defensive favor there on the UBC side. But regardless, UBC Black will find themselves on the winners side, winners finals of this bracket. As we'll see, hopefully, a little bit more from BTS and Decay later. We do have a second stream going on. Thank you for tuning into the UBC Esports stream. But if you don't have SFU Esports open as well, what are you doing? You're missing out. You're going to miss some of the action. And I'd hate for that to happen to you. So, hey, make sure you go turn that on in the other tab. Maybe mute it. Leave me on. And then when you want to switch back, mute me. Throw that on. Throw it up on 2 monitors. Throw it up on 3 monitors. Put it on your parents' TV. Be weird about it. Have some fun with it. But I think we're going to cut to a small break before we get into our next match. We'll take you all back in. But before we go, hey, quick shout-outs to Telus and their Apex tournament that'll be running. I'll bring you guys back in with that if you want to hear more information after the commercial break. And thank you to Kinton Ramen and Red Bull, because Red Bull, quite honestly, is the only reason I'm awake right now. We'll see you guys in a few.